There are varying degrees of measurements used to determine the severity of a health condition that affects the spine, and children across the world are not excluded. It's called scoliosis. For this Inspire Jamaica, we meet a girl who is at a very concerning stage, as the curvature of her spine has moved rapidly, outgrowing the treatment option for her age. Her mother now asks, "What's next for my little girl?"
Reach out and touch somebody's hand. Make this world a better place.
At 11 years old, Ajane Parchment is perhaps at her best emotionally and physically when she's curled up and asleep. There she was in January 2023, going through her acrobatic routines with plans for more stretches, turns, tumbles, leaps, even backflips.
Getting ready for church basically, and when she put on the dress, she was like slouching. She had this she just looked hooked up in that sense. And I was like, Ajani, please, you need to free up your body, relax, you're young, why do you keep slouching and looking like that? She was like, Mommy, I'm not doing anything. And she was there. I took her, I tried to free her up in a sense, but when I did so, I realized that her back, it wasn't even. You couldn't see it visually, but when you rub your hand across the back, you would feel that there was a difference. There was like a tilt in the back, right? After that, she started like complaining for like a couple weeks after that. She started complaining for like back pains, and I thought it was like probably it was just, you know, because the bags that they bring to school are so heavy, they bring so much books to school. But then I realized that the curve in her back, it started to look a little different every time.
Her drills would shortly after change, though, from school and fun activities to doctor's visits. First to the Noel Holmes Hospital in Hanover, where an X-ray was done.
When she did the X-ray came back and says that she has scoliosis, with an S-shaped scoliosis. So I was referred to Cornwall Regional. When we got to Cornwall Regional, they said that normally with cases like those, they normally dealt with it, but because of COVID, then they no longer deals with cases like those, so they referred us to the Bustamante Children's Hospital.
The news was hard on Ajane.
I used to want to become a gymnast, but after I found out about my scoliosis, my dreams were crushed. What I feel about my scoliosis, I feel like I have a disadvantage of becoming something in life.
Ms. Aitchison, who also has two other girls, watched helplessly as each report showed the abnormal curvature of the spine was aggressive at 25 degrees, and so a brace was prescribed. The better of two options, she says, as was explained by the physician.
One is surgery and the other is the brace. Now the surgery, they don't normally recommend the surgery for kids so young. They normally wait until they finish maturing. That is around age 18 before they normally do the surgery. So the brace would be the best thing to do. Alright, so they sent me to Rehab Plus with a prescription. We got the brace. It took about 8 weeks for us to get the brace. At Rehab Plus, they gave her a set of exercises. She was told to wear the brace for 23 hours for the day, and so on. And even though the brace was a bit uncomfortable and I had to force her, she wore the brace. Nothing happened.
Unfortunately, the device, which cost $235,000, was now rendered useless.
In about December thereabout, the curve moved to a 45 degrees angle. When it got to the 45 degrees angle, the brace was no longer working. So the doctor there said that at this point, it doesn't really matter if she wears the brace or not, because the brace can no longer help, because the curve that it is at,
it had now jumped to 83 degrees. So what's a mother left to do at this stage with a preteen with a bruised ego.
I used to want to become a gymnast, but after I found about my scoliosis, my dreams were crushed. What I feel about my scoliosis, I feel like I have a disadvantage of becoming something in life.
So, what's the realistic option now for this hurting child? Where will this conversation with the doctors go? The answers on Inspired Jamaica
Reach
next
out
week.
and touch somebody's hand. Make this world a better place if you can.